Carlos Scotland, a confessed killer, walks into court for his sentencing. The 19-year-old pleaded guilty in November to killing 36-year-old Asia Davis, a transgender woman of color, in her room at the Woodward Inn in Highland Park on June 1st of 2023.
Her beautiful, infectious smile and bubbly personality was taken away from us on the first day of Pride.
Julissa Abad, trans advocate and friend of Asia Davis, says just as Pride Month was getting underway, a celebration of the LGBTQ community, Asia Davis was shot in the head. Video showed a man at the hotel running from her room.
Only 2 people were in that room that night, and we'll ever know the true events of what happened. What we will know is that Asia Davis was shot execution style in the back of the head and left for dead.
Abad remembers racing to the scene when she found out a transgender woman had been killed, only to find out it was her friend.
The last memory that I have is seeing my friend on the floor outside of the hotel corner room with blood streaming all over the floor.
Months of investigation led to the arrest of Carlos Scotland, who was just 17 at the time of the crime. Abad says the stigma surrounding the transgender community leads to homelessness, unemployment, and too many people are forced to turn to sex work to make money.
The sad reality is, particularly in the black and brown community, men that are enamored with trans women cannot be themselves and have to resort to loving us in private and killing us in public than have anybody know of their association with us.
Abad says Asia Davis had hopes and dreams. She was studying to be a nurse, but Carlos Scotland took that all away, pleading guilty to second-degree murder, sentenced to 17 to 30 years behind bars.
He's being held accountable for the crime that he did, so for that I am grateful. I want my community to continue to be vigilant and come forward and report these crimes so that we can continue to get justice.
In Detroit, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about the situation where a 17-year-old ended up with a 36-year-old transformer.
Transformers, golden leaves behind. Autobots, Decepticons. Transformers, robots in disguise.
Named Asia Davis, and I did find the court outrageous in my opinion. The 17-year-old at the time ended up unaliving somebody, but if the more you look into the story, you actually start to not feel sorry for the so-called victim, because the so-called victim was literally, again, I said to myself, was trying to hook up, was literally trying to get a bit of sleep with a minor.
So what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Get in bed with one at a motel. But again, people need to fully be aware is that you need to be honest about who you are and who you're getting to in a relationship with. I said this in my previous videos. Although this situation and the outcome is different, you can't be in denial of your own gender.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
I apologize, but excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys?
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but one last applicant has arrived to take his exam, Mr. Crowler.
Did you just call me mister?
Oh, sorry, I'm new here, Mrs.
I hate to say it. Asia Davis happens to be a man.
What the? That's it. That's it. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God! Einhorn is a man.
It's just the fact that they decide to get a transplant in order to make them somewhat look like a female.
Yeah, he love this fat ass.
But the thing is, though, it's like, as a guy, I feel like you as a human being, you should kind of tell the features of what a woman and a man looks like.
He just turned out yesterday and told me he was a hermaphrodite. I don't even know what that is. He just said I'm a male hermaphrodite or hermaphrodite. I don't know what that is, but I'm just going to assume it's something to do with homosexuality and atheism or something.
Based on their height, their jaw size, their chin, arms, length.
Here's Jamario Moon. Flight to the rim! That was sick, wicked, and nasty! How high can you fly, my man?
Their like waist. But like, that's, some people may find it creepy, like, to check somebody, but sometimes I feel like it's the best idea to confirm who we're looking at here. Just don't be so obvious and be too close to that person. But at the same time, I can't justify murder, but at the same time, it does make sense why he did it. You think about it, and fortunately, because of the censorship here on this platform, I can't be able to say the things that I want, but I gotta be careful about this. The 30, like, again, not just the 36-year-old, when you lie about who you are and you're trying to trick somebody into sleeping with them, that in itself, you're basically violating them and taking advantage of them, and it would literally be considered RAPE. That literally what it is, seriously. So when I saw that, when I saw the trial, how come the LGBT and you saw one of the members, why did they try to make it seem like the person that was murdered did nothing wrong? As if they did lose their life, but why did it seem like as if they were the one, as if they're the one being played here, they were the one being taken advantage of? But at the same time, it's like especially if you consider the age gap, a 36-year-old can has ways of overpowering a teenager, or any kid for that matter. But I don't believe it's justice. I don't believe whether he should have been in jail or prison for this. Maybe he should have gone again. Probably should have gone psychological help. Maybe put him in asylum and see how it works out. But again, I understand it is hard to actually be able to charge the actual offender here, since they're not around to be in court. But maybe if the person was alive, they would be able to say their piece as to what was going, because who knows, my opinion is to the made available, that kid might be into women, or he may be into Transformers. But at the same time, people are also really missing the point, including the LGBT here. The 36-year-old was trying to literally basically take advantage of a minor and steal his innocence. Why aren't a lot of people focusing on that? The ones that are trying to sentence this kid, he's not a kid anymore, but trying to sentence the victim here. If we were to look back at what happened. But I definitely agree with my Pinch 3 said. There definitely needs to be more stricter laws when it comes to Transformers, and how they decide to use their own flaw as basically a defense mechanism. So basically, if you say, "Oh no," like if you try to defend yourself of this, because some people know not every transformer is a victim. Why can't the LGBT really see that with their own eyes? Because yeah, the person was murdered, but why do they think it's okay to lie to people and take advantage of them, or even or even try to manipulate someone so that they can get hands-on with that person? Like, it's like they refuse to actually like bring it up, because you know why? They try to use how in the past, like how Transformers were like basically killed or their lives are ruined, but yet at the same time they do the same thing because of them being who they are. But the more you think about it, it's like I don't remember a time where the LGBT literally called out this type of behavior, where they said there was a time like where a transformer or someone within the community was in the wrong. Who else are they going to bring? Are they also, because it makes me think, and I hate to say this, but I'm speculating now, it's like they're going to advocate predators in the community. So if that's the case with the LGBT, then they're giving people reasons to have them removed. And that's just really the reality of things, you guys. But one thing I won't deny is true though. One thing I will agree with the LGBT, yes, in the past, I would say back then, I don't know about now, I think it was a lot more gruesome for people who were Transformers, because the moment they find out, they end up losing their lives. Sometimes people, but like at the time, didn't care, even if the Transformer wasn't trying to get with that person, if they were just talking to them. I think the moment if they were exposed for who they are, then people would get violent regardless whether that person, the Transformer, try to like hook up with them. So literally that's what the LGBT, whatever, sorry, because I'm focused on other things right now. I don't care about a group because I'm not part of, and I'm sorry to say that, but they're basically saying that they're trying to use the past as like how they've been treated. And sure, it may be true that the LGBT, whatever, again, a very long word, they're basically letting us know like this needs to stop, but at the same time they need to stop like basically trying to peer pressure people into sleeping with them, because it may be true. There's some, not everybody is gonna get down to that level, but there are some who are willing. But like, I'm sure they're fully aware of, like, in the past is that how they were treated. Like, if someone did find out, or if they were exposed for like the type of person they are, yeah, sometimes they end up getting seriously harmed, because society believes that people like that are not meant to like blend with people. And yes, sometimes there are times where I am a firm believer that I don't believe a person should even, like, it's one thing hanging out with someone, but I don't believe someone should be intimate with someone who is a Transformer. It just gives you that awkward feeling. Like, it just doesn't feel right. It just seems immorally not wrong, and that's the moral compass that I follow, because I'm trying to do whatever that I think regulates my safety, or I believe should be handled properly, so that I don't end up putting myself in a situation where I fully regret it for the rest of my life. And there's just some things you want to do to make sure like you keep yourself like comfortable, and that you aren't affected permanently to the point where it ends up like impacting negatively. But overall, for the situation, like, I do want to add, yes, the 17-year-old did end up murdering someone, but at the same time, he was within his right to defend himself. Again, we don't know the entire situation and how the outcome ended, and how he like, whether there could have been ways he could have like de-escalated it. But It was more to do with the fact that his innocence was literally taken away. And for that, I understand. I truly can't blame him. But I feel like there could have been other ways to handle this, because during that timeline, people could have realized like he was the victim. But people are looking at now as like, no, he needs to take, like, although they didn't give him like life in prison, like, although he may be doing 17 or 30 years, that is still a lot for like how much he's been affected, like, heavily. And I'm not saying people shouldn't be held accountable for the actions. He is liable, but at the same time, it's like there needs to be a better understanding, so to basically diffuse the situation. But I can't comprehend. I can't understand why, because the person that was murdered isn't alive to say their piece. So maybe that could have changed for the better if that person was around. But at the same time, they are a predator, they are a creep. But like, whether Aisha Davis didn't know the person's age, but they are going to be known and as a disgusting weirdo, a creep, a predator. Based on what I've read, based on what's being said and what I saw, I can't feel sorry for someone like that. That's really my answer, you guys. Because you should have thought about it before you decide to like put yourself in that situation, and not only not to get yourself in trouble, but they decided to stoop to that level, and that's where they end up. So basically it was karma at work. But overall, I feel like I said enough for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check the notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
Matei,